Hey everybody, it's LP. How are you? I am spending an awesome Saturday night alone in my house, resting. Openness. Being asked to consider maybe something that we've shut ourselves off from, or we are being asked to, if it's not something we've already shut ourselves off from, we're being asked to recognize our openness. I think more likely, though, that we're being reminded to try to stay open. There's a love connection here that's involved. Okay, this is the card of Gemini. You could be in a situation where you're in a relationship and it's asking you to think of something in a different way. Open your mind a bit. In this relationship, there's someone is not feeling completely fulfilled emotionally. And there are action steps to be taken to fix that if you would like to avoid some heartbreak, okay? It could be someone is interested in introducing a third party into the relationship. That's sort of what I think is possibly going on here. There's some situation for someone where they might be being asked to be open to a third person coming in or another person coming in because someone is feeling unfulfilled emotionally in this relationship. This is this is a karmic relationship that you are in, though. So this could be a twin flame relationship. It could be a soulmate connection. If it's a soulmate connection, this is going to teach you something. Okay. The obstacle is, the problem with this is that someone is feeling like bound and unable to move, unable to express themselves. Someone is feeling this emotional, like they're not feeling fulfilled emotionally. In addition to that, they're also feeling pinned down. They're also feeling bound and unable to make moves that they would like to make. They don't want to hold back anymore. Someone is sharing very freely. Someone has opened themselves up. And there is someone else, this is likely the other person in the relationship, who is sort of playing the boss and kind of being the dad of the relationship and sort of governing the relationship, kind of being the hard, the heavy, the upright and careful person who is going to maybe fight for the more traditional way of doing things. What are suggested actions include? Suggested actions include trying to recognize that there are you have all the elements here in this relationship that could make it successful. You have the ability to create something that might work for you. You have the ability to try to make something new here. You could try to you could attempt to do this. You could try this. There's a call that it's possible that you have to put some emotional aspects aside to do this. That's not unusual in situations that are polyamorous because emotions can get pretty complicated. I mean, of course, just like relationships that are two people get complicated emotionally. When you add another person, you're adding a whole nother bit of emotion here. Another action step here is you got Three of Wands reversed. So Three of Wands upright is about someone stopping and looking at the whole world and the vastness of the world, and kind of making decisions about things, and sort of just having this sense of like, wow, there's so much out there. And this is reversed, and it's in the action column, and this is suggesting that you do, expand your mind, essentially. Someone needs to expand their mind in this situation. Okay. This is a pretty straightforward read that's coming out really quickly and simply. This is obviously not for everyone. This is a message that is for someone in specific. They will find this title and it will be their message. What are possible outcomes here? Now, I don't want to tell anybody how to live their lives, certainly. I have, in my personal experience, not seen a ton of these relationships be successful. I have seen them be successful as well. So let's see what possible outcomes are for you if your relationship becomes one that is polyamorous here, or the other way to read this is that you need to be more open with your partner, or they could find someone who is more open, okay, because they aren't feeling that you are engaging with them emotionally. So if this isn't someone asking you to be more open about bringing a third party in, then it's possible that you're in a relationship, someone's feeling emotionally unfulfilled, and this openness is the issue, and they're trying to avoid meeting their emotional needs elsewhere, because someone feels that they are stuck in a relationship where they have all these thoughts and all these unfulfilled emotions, and someone's withholding. They feel that someone's not being open, someone's withholding, and they just see whoever the person is that is not sharing emotionally, who needs to be open more, they're just seen as this kind of like really strict and sort of boss type person who is not there's not a lot of softness to this person, okay? And the action steps in that situation would be, this relationship it starts with the Lover's card, which is a karmic relationship. There are all the elements here to have a successful relationship if this openness can be achieved. The Queen of Cups is here. It's sideways in this action step column, but it seems to me that because it's sideways, in this other situation that we are exploring, we are seeing, I think that could mean that someone is not looking, someone needs to look a little more at their emotion. That could be, it's not, whoever this emperor is, whoever this person is that's withholding, needs to take a look at their emotion a little bit more, and share a little more of their emotion, be a little more open. And other action steps in this other scenario would be that you quit looking outside of the relationship for fulfillment, and instead try to focus on being more open, more emotionally available, not withholding in the relationship that you're in. What are possible outcomes here? Got two different stories here. Two different scenarios. Possible outcomes. This could be someone could be making a sincere, stable, and abundant offer that takes time, but that would come in as a stable emotional offer. That is a possibility, and that could be in either situation. If this is someone bringing in another person, or if this is someone just trying to avoid, a situation where someone finds someone else to fulfill them emotionally. This could be either way. If in either situation, if these action steps that I had just said are taken, then possible outcomes include, a stable beginning, a stable offer coming in, okay? You have the World and the Ace of Cups, but the Ace of Cups is reversed. So possible outcomes include this stable offer coming in. They include perhaps not beginning all over again at the beginning with this relationship. You could be starting a little bit more toward the end of things, like toward the completion of this cycle of emotional unfulfillment. This could be, if you can work through this stuff, you could possibly get to a space where you sort of feel like you have it all. Okay? I'm going to get one card on why the Ace of Cups is reversed. Why is the Ace of Cups reversed, please? Why is the Ace of Cups reversed, please? Why is the Ace of Cups reversed? You got the Fool reversed. So this is like, okay, this is not going to be something that is going to start all over again. Both of those are beginnings, and they're both reversed. So possible outcomes are that you might have this offer come in, or you might make this offer, but it's not like you have to start all over again with this person. You can start where you are. Okay? And you can have the World. This could also be travel. Could be that you travel. But this is, you have twice in this reading that all of the elements are here that are necessary, okay, for this relationship. So, of the two ways to read this, the first way I read it was someone's in a relationship where someone is unfulfilled and they are considering bringing in another person. Someone's asking someone else to be open to that idea because someone feels sort of trapped. Someone feels like someone's withholding. Someone feels like someone is too strict in the relationship. And the action steps in that situation would be for to kind of manifest this different type of relationship, to maybe like not try to look too deep into it emotionally, and to broaden their horizons. And the possible outcomes for that would be that there could be some offer that comes in that is stable and real in that way. But I wouldn't look to that to be like this brand new beginning of a great big long cycle, because it could end as quickly as it starts. Could end pretty quickly. Then in the other situation that I read here was that someone is in a relationship. They are feeling emotionally unfulfilled, and they're afraid. They're afraid of heartbreak. They're afraid of this relationship ending. They would like more openness. They feel that there's a lot of oppressive thought, that they don't see things. They don't see how the other person is feeling. They feel a little bit trapped and blindfolded. They feel that the other person is withholding. They feel that the other person is just really strict with themselves. They aren't very foretelling emotionally. So the action steps there are to try to manifest this relationship. Begin to look a little bit more closely at their emotions, and not to look outside the relationship. Try to narrow the scope, but be open to this emotional expression. Possible outcomes there would be that this starts a new beginning for you, or there's a stable offer here. It doesn't have to start a new beginning. It means that you don't have to begin all over again with this person, but you can have a fresh start. But it's not like you have to go back to dating again, or there's still time that you've put in together. Okay. And possible outcome includes the world. So you could do some traveling together. That's one way to look at it. Or you could find that you have everything you need with this person. Okay. All right. I hope that resonates for some of you. Have a good night.